So he threw the snowball at her sister?
Well, or at her, right?
Well, maybe at her brother.
They're wearing different coats.
Right, they are. Well, do you see her there? That must be her sister with her. So suddenly what happens, Jessie?
Suddenly the boy tackled me. He rolled in the snow, kicking me until the principal's large hand punched my shoulder. Inside, he thundered, and he marched us to our class.
Yeah. So what happened out here with the two children?
Got in a fight.
Yeah, fight. Is that an okay thing to do in school? No, that's why the principal kind of grabbed them both and took them inside, right? Let's see, Miss Aaliyah, what happens when they get inside.
We can't have this fighting. You two have to help each other. Ordered the principal. He pointed at me.
What?
Pa, you need to speak to Raymond. Use our words. Tell him about
Vietnam.
Raymond, Claire, and you, Raymond, you must learn to listen. You will write Claude's story. But I can't understand or fit many words. I'm not blind anyway. I don't have a pencil. Use this book and jump and say the principal is down a pencil, turned and slammed the door. His shoes squeezed down the hall. Pajamas, Raymond hissed, beat, growled,
Crinkled?
wriggled his paper, and snapped the pencil into his head and his arms. How could I tell my story to him? The pluck beetles burned before my eyes. No, I would not be an angel child, but a cruel-hearted boy.
So here are a couple of our words. Why would her eyes blur?
Because she's crying.
Yeah, she's crying. Your eyes, if you've ever cried and you kind of try to look at something, they look blurry.
Yeah.
So she's about to cry. Why? How is she feeling?
Sad.
Yeah, super sad at this boy, right? And then we talked about cruel-hearted boy, and we said cruel-hearted is probably bad or not, not so nice. Do you think that describes Raymond? Yeah, right now it does, right? He was teasing her before. What else did he do? He threw
A snowball.
snowball at her, and then they were fighting, right? So he did some pretty mean things to her. So when she's thinking he's cruel-hearted, that kind of fits him right now. Jessie.
But later, across the room, I heard a sniffle. Raymond's shoulders trickled like a little one. When he cried for mother, I creeped over gently. I tugged the sad boy's sleeve. He didn't move. Raymond, please don't not cry. I gave you a cookie.
So what? He's crying now. Why do you think he's crying?
Maybe he's really sad too.
Yeah, maybe he's sad too, right? Maybe he's sad about how he treated her, or maybe he's just kind of sad he's there, right? Is it a good thing if you have to stay after school?
No.
Usually not. Usually if you're in trouble or they were fighting, staying after school is kind of a bad thing. Maybe he's sad
Because
about
you
that.
want to do like, you want to do fun stuff
Right.
like coloring
Right.
outside.
Right. Okay. See what happens next.
Suddenly his head bounced up. Whoa. He shouted, "You said my name. You don't use funny words." He broke off a piece of the cookie. "I say English," I answered proudly. "And you call me Oot. Oot is my at-home name from Vietnam." "Okay, Oot," he mumbled, "but only if you tell me, what's your matchbox?" "My mother," I told him. He giggled and ate the cookie crumbs.
So how are they feeling about each other right now?
Maybe happy,
Yeah, they're starting to kind of talk, right?
maybe they were nervous.
Yeah, maybe, because they haven't gotten along real well, right? But now they're kind of talking together. Miss Aaliyah, can you read about what happens next?
Then Raymond asked, "Why do you need your mother's picture?" "Mother is far away," I said softly. "She didn't come with me. So many children, my family, my side, no money for mother to come." "Wait," said Raymond. He grabbed part of the broken pencil I handed him, a new sheet of paper. "Now tell me about
Vietnam.
Vietnam," he said. Raymond
This is their boat.
five words in black.
Go ahead.
If you want to send the girls back, we're meeting about the field trip and later.
Okay, we're only a few minutes. Keep going, sorry, but sorry. So, what is he doing? He's writing what?
Like some things about Vietnam.
Yep, so he's writing down things about Vietnam. What's she doing?
She's talking about it.
Yeah, she's talking about it, and she's also drawing what?
Pictures.
Pictures, yeah, very good.
Like a boat.
Yeah, I see a boat, I see some flowers and a sun.
I see the picture that she left in her
Oh yeah, in her matchbox. Miss Aaliyah.
We were ready. Raymond leaned out the door. Done. He beamed. He waved the story like a flag. Principal screeched up the hall. "You may go," said the big man. We dashed through the stone gate together.
So now they're walking off together. So how are they feeling about each other?
Happy?
Yeah, pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's a principal.
Yeah. I'm going to read this page, and just so we can kind of see what happens. The next day, the principal read our story to the whole school. These girls sailed many oceans to be here. They left behind their home, their friends, and most important of all, their mother. So now, Oot's mother needs money for the long boat ride to America, shouted a familiar voice. Raymond stood on his chair, and we could have a fair and earn the money. Young man, warned the principal. Raymond slid down in his seat. We could, he insisted. I hid my eyes. I held my breath. Chi Hua squeezed my hand. A special fair, a Vietnamese fair, my teacher explained. My eyes opened wide. The principal's eyebrows wiggled like caterpillars. But who would help with a Vietnamese fair? Me, cried Raymond. We will, chimed the children. Well, what are we waiting for, shouted the principal. And they all clapped for the fair. So what are they going to do?
They're going to have a party.
Yeah, to try to raise money for who?
For their mother.
Yeah, so their mother can come, right? Very good.
And here's party.
Yeah, here's the party. Miss Jossie, can you read this page?
On a special day, I wrote my white on the
Uzi.
Uzi and welcome everyone to Vietnam's fair. Ching, ching,
Bao sang.
I said, bowing like an angel child. Bow, sing, they answered,
Smiling. Mm-hmm.
High, high above over my head, a rainbow dragon floated freely.
Mm-hmm.
Below Ching and her friends slow raised cake, rice cake,
Mm-hmm.
inspired
Imperial rolls.
and
Sesame.
cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Rain put popped balloons and one free goldfish. He gave one to little Queen. Don't eat it, he wanted. By the end of the day, we had just enough money to send to Mother. When will she come? I wonder.
So they had this fair and kids bought stuff and then they earned lots of money, right? And they're going to send it to Mom. So, but she's still wondering, where did it come? In the beginning of the story, it was like fallout. Then what season was it?
Winter.
Winter. Now let's see what's going to happen.
One day we walked home, wondering, and the big rainbow buttercup we slide through icy winter.
Okay, so now it's winter still.
We splish splash through spring rain.
Okay. Jossie, what do we notice next?
We
Tip.
tiptoed barefoot through the grass, still hoping she will come. So hoping she will
Right.
On the last day of school, when I knew that Hua
Fong.
were
Blossoming.
in Vietnam,
Mhm.
Raymond and I raced home faster than all my sisters. We were the fast to see father and little friend. That's the picture window besides them.
Mother, so she finally made it. We went through, did this book happen in like one day or in a long period of time? Yeah, and how do we know that?
Because it was like winter and fall.
Winter, then fall, then spring, and then the last day of school, right? Okay, let's talk quickly about some of our characters. Okay? So our two characters, and we're going to talk about them in the beginning of the story, the middle, and the end. And we're going to talk about how they acted and also some of the things that they were feeling or how they were maybe acting. So our first one, Oot. How did Oot feel beginning of the story?
She felt kind of sad
Yep.
and nervous.
Sad and nervous. And why was she sad and nervous?
Because she wanted her mom and she was nervous to go to a new school.
So missed mom, and then I heard you say new school too. Definitely.
American school.
Yeah. So not only a new school, but new country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
New one.
what about Mr. Raymond, beginning of the story? Aaliyah, how can you tell me about Raymond in the beginning of the story?
He was being a jerk.
Yeah, kind of being a jerk. He was being, maybe use one of our words.
Yeah.
He's being what? Cruel.
Cold-hearted.
Yeah, cruel-hearted. What did he do to her in the beginning? Do you remember what he talked
Throw a
about?
snowball at her.
Well, let's talk about that in the middle. What did he do in the beginning? He
Well,
called her what with her
pajamas.
clothes? Yeah, pajamas. So he was teasing.
Yeah.
That is definitely not being kind, right? So tell me about Raymond in the middle. You said he threw a snowball.
Yeah, and she attacked him.
Well, he actually did
Attacked
first. So he also tackled
Her.
Oot, right?
Yeah.
Now tell me about Oot in the middle.
She, like, kind of didn't know that it was snow.
Okay, so didn't know it was snow.
She said, like, little white feathers.
Yeah.
Because she lived in Vietnam.
Yeah, so she didn't know snow. How's she feeling though?
Like, happy.
She was happy with the snow. How does she feel once Raymond kind of threw a snowball and tackled her?
Like, angry.
Yeah, she was angry because they talked too about, yeah, very good. Now, how does Oot feel towards the end?
She, like, was happy because Raymond was her friend at the last day of school.
Yeah, so Raymond is her friend. That's a surprise, right? Because all through the book, was Raymond very kind to her? No, definitely not. But he was once the principal made them be together, right? Yeah. So, Aaliyah, how is Raymond at the end? How would you describe him?
And Oot was happy, and Oot was glad that her mother came.
Yes, super glad Mom came. Glad Mom came. Aaliyah, what can you say about Raymond at the end of our story?
Well, he kind of thinks that he feels sorry.
Okay, he probably feels sorry. Yep, for being mean. What about, is he cruel-hearted anymore?
No.
No. How would you describe him?
Does he just want to feel bad anymore? He doesn't want to be a bully.
Okay, so doesn't want to be a bully. Jossie, what word can you describe him as?
Like in the ending?
Yeah.
I think he's happy that he has Oot as a friend.
Yeah, happy as Oot's friend. I would agree. Now, who do you think kind of changed more in our story?
Oot.
You think Oot changed? Yeah, she's kind of sad and nervous, doesn't know what to do, and by the end she's happy and has friends, and
she
she's
knows
really
what to do.
well adjusted, right? Very good. All right, thank you girls very much. We will come back to this book and do another, maybe another lesson with it as well, okay? Thank you.